Hello my lovelies, how are we? I'm coming at you today with 5 tips to quieten the mind. So why is this important? Honestly, I feel like your life just gets better when your mind is more quiet. It means you're more present. There's more room for joy and peace to be felt, to feel the core essence of who you are, to connect with yourself, connect with God, the God in you. But I'm sure you guys, if you're even clicking this video, you feel like there's good reason to quieten the mind. So I'm gonna get right into it. Step number 1 is quite simple, is to start a meditation practice. And I would recommend meditating in the morning. So even 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day is perfect. Just close your eyes, sit still, and focus on your breathing. And every time you get caught up in your mind, you can just go back to the breath once you realize you got caught up. That's beautiful. So that's a simple tip number 1, but it will change your life. It will raise your level of consciousness. And it will change your day. You'll notice that when you don't do it, you'll be more in your head, you'll be having more thoughts. And the amazing thing is the compound effect of meditation. The more you do it, the more you strengthen the muscle of consciousness, the more your mind is going to naturally quieten over time. Now, 5 minutes a day for a month might not change things, but over a few years, and even if you get up to 20-minute meditation over a few years, this is really gonna start to shift and start to quieten your mind. So tip number 2 is basically to find your anchor when you're having a mind storm. So these are kind of words that I've used in my own terminology, so I'm gonna explain them a little bit. So by anchor, I mean find your inner boa, find your breath, basically. Find your connection to yourself when you're having a mind storm. And what by mind storm, I mean when your mind just won't shut up. It is super loud. You're having a bundle of negative thoughts coming at you from left and right. I remember I used to get that a lot. And what really helped me was finding my inner boa, my inner safety with my breath. And just not engaging with the thoughts, ignoring the thoughts, and focusing on my breathing and waiting for it to pass. Waiting for the mind storm to pass and for the waves to calm down again. Because they always do. The mind ebbs and flows and it does calm down. So that's my tip. Number 2 is to find your anchor during a mind storm. Tip number 3, don't think on purpose. So this might be a weird one and you might not be used to doing this because most people think about things a lot. They, when they have to think something through, they sit down and they think and they use their mind. And I don't know if this is just me personally, but this is what I've done to really quieten my mind. My mind now is very quiet. I have about 10% of the thoughts that I used to have. What I did was I stopped thinking of purpose. And when I want to hash something out and really, quote unquote, think about something, I get my notebook and my pen and I write it down. And that's my way of thinking things through. So I found it's very radical, but I found it's one of the most helpful things is that I've stopped actually using my mind. I know it's radical and it sounds crazy, but it worked for me. And it works for me. And it basically means that when I'm in the moment, I'm in the moment. And when I'm journaling, and that's also beautiful. So yeah, that's my tip number 3. Tip number 4, conscious movement / conscious eating / living consciously. So this is basically trying to bridge the gap between meditation and real life. So for me, having a little bit of a conscious movement practice after meditation really helps me be present throughout my whole day. So you could do yoga, you could do Tai Chi, you could do Qigong, you could do just a walk, a conscious walk. Dr. Joe Dispenza has some meditations, guided meditations for walking. So it's just about moving while being conscious of your inner world. So for me, it's about being conscious of my breathing. I found that's the best way to be present, to be out of the mind and in the body. And also conscious eating is, we eat usually 3 times a day. So it's a perfect little anchor in your day to return to presence. And that, I promise you, will quieten your mind. So my tip number 5, I think we're at 5. I also have a bonus tip, which is kind of a 6, but I thought bonus tip sounded more fun. Okay, so this one is really interesting, and this one is processing emotions. So I basically feel like thoughts and emotions are very heavily interlinked. They kind of come up together, and the emotion has a frequency and it matches with these thoughts that have a frequency. So if you're feeling a negative emotion, it's usually the negative thoughts that are in your brain at that same time. And what I've found is that by processing and transmuting emotions and really feeling those emotions so that they can be released from you, you are also almost dissolving the thoughts of that frequency. So it sounds weird and almost woo-woo and perhaps weirdly scientific, even though I'm not a scientist. But it's just the way that I found in my own life what's happened is that I felt many negative emotions, and the thoughts that came up during those emotions had a specific frequency. And the more I processed the emotions, the more lighter the emotions got, and the higher the frequency of thought that I had in my head. So I think in general, processing emotions is a beautiful thing, and it will change your life because it means that you have the courage to face your inner world. But this will also really help you quieten your mind. So good luck. And for the bonus tip is to get into flow state. Do what you love. So this is just an easy, fun tip. Is basically for me, what do I love doing? I love DJing. You can follow my DJ channel. I'll link it below at Space Cowboy DJ. I love drawing. I love dancing. I love playing the piano. I love making music, playing the guitar, singing. So when I do these activities that I love, my mind naturally quietens and I get into a sort of flow state. So if you feel like having a quieter mind even for a period of time, and you don't feel like doing all the hard work and doing all the steps 1 through 5, that's also okay. I would recommend you find a passion. You find something that you love doing, and you spend at least an hour every day, or that's maybe a long time for someone who works 9 to 5, but maybe 20 minutes a day. Doing something you love and getting into flow state. So I think what happens in flow state is we become more present naturally because we are so, in the moment. We are creative channels. So our mind does quieten. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. The sun is out in beautiful Denmark. I'll show you the view. I've just been at the beach, so I hope you don't mind. I'm a little wet and in my bikini, but that's okay. Sending you lots of love and kisses. Bye.